They are investigating themselves.
Is there a secret squad in the country hunting down those who dare speak against the government? Explosive claims from Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and former Deputy President Gachagua point to a chilling conspiracy, a covert unit allegedly abducting, torturing, and even killing opposition voices.
Yeah, there's an abduction squad. We go by what Gachagua said last night. Special squad, designed to make sure that there will be no opposition in Kenya. So let him issue a statement. But who will believe a policeman like Kanja today, where his own people say, oh, Mheshimiwa abducted himself. And the man was almost dead. Okay, so, well, this is where it is.
From the shocking case of Juja Member of Parliament George Koimburi to reports of chemical attacks, this story is shaking the country in its core. Let's dive into a crisis that could redefine the country's democracy.
Who?
2 p.m.
Who?
The IG.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. If he repeats it, it's unfortunate.
On Tuesday, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka dropped a bombshell at a press conference in Nairobi. He claimed a secret abduction squad is operating in Kenya, targeting those who oppose the government. His comments came after the alleged abduction and abandonment of Juja Member of Parliament George Koimburi, a vocal critic of the regime. Kalonzo Musyoka did not mince words, dismissing the National Police Service's claim that Koimburi staged his own disappearance.
When you hear stories like Mheshimiwa abducted himself, you really want to pray for those people because they are evil. You see the tattered clothes and things, he's lucky to be alive. And so we have one instrument, Constitution of Kenya 2010. And all public officers, from William Ruto to the police constables, must know that be held accountable under the Constitution. Those rights are so clearly elaborated. And so we want to say shame on anybody who thinks a Mheshimiwa like this can abduct himself. And you want us police to believe your story?
Let's talk about Juja Member of Parliament Honorable George Koimburi. On Sunday, he vanished. 8 hours later, he was found in a coffee plantation in Kiambu County, barely able to move or speak. According to former Deputy President Gachagua, Koimburi was tortured, suffering soft tissue injuries that point to a brutal ordeal.
And the Honorable Koimburi has been able to communicate through writing because he is not able to speak. That some chemical was administered through inhalation, and the doctors have told us that preliminary investigations confirm that that chemical has interfered with his vocal cord.
Kalonzo called the police claim of a staged disappearance implausible, pointing to a growing distrust in law enforcement.
And we are not, by the way, Kenyans are very clear. Nothing will stop them from sending these people home. Are they not even on record saying, afadhali wajitetee because they know they'll go to prison? Well, the former Attorney General is here with us, immediate former. It's really, JB is with us. And these things, we're investigating, we tooth comb with ICJ.
This incident has Kenyans asking, who is targeting leaders and why? Former Deputy President Gachagua has been vocal about this alleged squad. Earlier this month, he revealed that a special unit formed during the 2024 anti-finance bill protest is behind the opposition's troubles. This unity claims includes former officers from the DCI, Administration Police, and the National Intelligence Service. Gachagua even alleged this squad plotted to poison him, a shocking claim that has raised eyebrows across the country. Speaking outside Karen Hospital on Monday, he said Koimburi's condition, barely able to speak or move, was due to exposure to an unknown chemical. Human Rights Watch Africa has backed these claims with a damning report. In their 35th World Report, released on January 2025, they exposed a shadowy unit called the Operation Support Unit, allegedly operating out of DCI offices in Nairobi. This unit, they say, is behind a surge in forced disappearances that plagued Kenya last year. The allegations get even darker. Gachagua claims this squad is not just abducting people, they are using chemical inhalants to maim and torture critics. He pointed to Juja Member of Parliament George Koimburi's condition, saying the MP's vocal cords were damaged and he was too weak to move after his ordeal.
Honorable George Koimburi was tortured by professionals. He has serious soft tissue injuries.
These claims echo reports from human rights groups about a pattern of torture and disappearances, especially during the 2024 anti-finance bill protest. Kenyans are left wondering, how far will this go to silence opposition voices?
In the face of the repression that is going on, you are aware that members of parliament opposed to this regime, their bodyguards have been disarmed so that they stop going for meetings and feel vulnerable. So let me appeal to the international community to take a great interest in what is happening in Kenya. And we have seen what is happening in the neighboring countries, in Tanzania, the suppression of civil society, and all those things are stemming from here in Kenya.
Kalonzo Musyoka is not stopping at words. He is leading a team of lawyers to sue the Kenyan government at the International Criminal Court (ICC) for alleged human rights abuses, including these forced disappearances. This move signals a bold challenge to the government, accusing it of violating international law.
Remember, you are dealing with some of us very senior members of the profession and members of the international Law Society of Kenya, East African Law Society. And we repeat that when we went for integration of the region, we really were for the rights of establishment. So Mother Karua can practice in Uganda. I can open an office in Dar es Salaam, in Kigali, in Bujumbura. This is the spirit of cooperation. And therefore we are all subject to the same values and standards. So we are going to make sure that this region is called to order when it comes to human rights, which are universal.
These allegations strike at the heart of Kenya's democracy. If true, a government-backed squad targeting critics threatens the freedoms Kenyans have been enjoying. With the 2027 elections looming, the opposition led by figures like Kalonzo Musyoka and Gachagua is vowing to fight back. But the growing distrust in institutions like the police could spark unrest. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations (DCI) and the National Police denied any involvement in the abduction of Juja Member of Parliament George Koimburi, though the DCI confirmed that Koimburi had been sought since Friday in connection with alleged land fraud and misuse of Constituency Development Funds (CDF). Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader Kering Chebet.